So my fellow coin collectors, cherry pickers, I'm Larry with Pennies, and I got a big project coming up. I have over 1,000,000 pennies, and I've been watching Sean Connell's the Think Media podcast, and been watching him for months. I started this in February with the pennies, and right now it is October, just the beginning of October, and I'm finally getting enough nerve up to do this. But right now, I have a catastrophe. I have a mess of a basement here, which I'm going to put the studio in. So I'm going to kind of show you what I'm doing to put the rack up to hold 1,000,000 pennies, which 1,000,000 pennies weighs like 6,600 pounds, around 7,000 pounds. I have over a million, like 1.2 million. I have boxes here, boxes of friends, a couple friends' house, the ones that helped me move this stuff. I'm just going to do this. I did build a mat. I got created a pinch and pennies mat here, Neverest Numismatic. So I have something to go by. Went through all my books. I went through different sites, Airref, Kaneka, Airoscope. I've just been searching this for a while. I am a avid metal detectorist. I've been detecting for years. But when it comes to that, you detect, you find, you look up, and you see what you have versus knowing what you have, DDO, DDRs, RPMs, your DLAMs, your grease, your dye, your hub. I mean, you have all sorts of errors that you come across that are worth money, and they're collectible. In February, when Trump mentioned that he wanted to stop the penny, I took that serious. And me and two of my friends went throughout the Salt Lake Valley, and we ended up probably doing a 100-mile radius throughout Salt Lake. And the banks that we had accounts with opened up a few different accounts just to get these pennies. I chose not to use my business, which I got the pinch and pennies for epoxy flooring, blah blah blah. Which I'm more interested now in the numismatic area of this. Anyways, I chose not to get an order through Loomis or whatnot. I couldn't do Brinks. It was Loomis is who my option was with the account, and I didn't want to just get a whole pallet full of 1 year. So we started in February, went to all these different banks, 100-mile radius, and just got boxes after boxes after boxes after boxes. And I did throw it through social media on another platform, a little bit here on YouTube, not too much. I think my biggest thing is I was nervous with YouTube. And after watching Sean Think Media podcasts and over and over and over going through different videos of his, I finally got enough nerve. I just watched one of his videos that he showed 14 years ago. Or no, I think it was 14 years ago. He said he's been doing it for 18, I do believe, 18 or 20 years. But anyways, it just gave me enough nerve to go ahead and just do it. Just push record, just do it, put it out there. So I'm going to kind of show you what I have going on here with this mess here. I'm going to show you the over 1,000,000 pennies. I still get orders. I have a consistent order through one of my banks where I get 80,000 a month. Sometimes I don't quite get that much. Sometimes I'll get a little bit more. They did mention this last week that if I have more venues to get more, if I want to get more pennies, then get them, because they're starting to slow down with them. They've been really good with me. I mean, I have 1.2 million pennies right now. I have been in with the banks, in with the managers, and they do tell me what's going on. Philadelphia's out, Denver's out. I think between the two it was like 6.5 million, 6.8 million on Philadelphia, 6.5 million on Denver. So we're at like 1.2 billion produced. So it's not real low mintage, but it is a low mintage in comparison to what we have been pushing out there. I imagine I have thousands and thousands. They're all unopened boxes that I have. I did see in the coinage, just this October-November edition, it mentions that the U.S. Mint does have the 2025 S for sale, like $33, and you can also buy the proof set, or the set for $40. Anyways, besides the point. I created a mat. Like I said, I went through, give you a little bit of a look at that. I went through my books. I went through different sites. I done a laminated form that I'm marking up, and and I am still marking it up. There's a few errors I found on this mat that I don't like, and a few things I want to take off and want to put on. There's a few people that stood up and said, "Hey man, why don't you do this?" I said, "Hey, all right." So nonetheless, I've got multiple scopes, hand scope loops. I've got the hand loops. I've got to set up a desk here, rack over there. Got to move a bed, and customize the bed over here. Pull a bunch of stuff out. You'll hear in a moment here. I purchased 5 acres with the place on it, a trailer and Connex and stuff, and I was intending to haul everything down there, which is 150 miles from here. Haul everything down into that location and do an off the grid penny search. At the same time, I would be putting my solar in. I'd be figuring out my water, the water catchment system, um, and just a few things like that. But I chose not to. Got to talk with my brother who lives not too far from there, and I did not realize. I knew we had snow out there, but I didn't realize last year had 7 feet of snow, which would explain why the roof caved in. And the old man, the uncle, and cousin's old man, they went down before I bought the property and helped out and fix the roof, TPO'd it and everything. And it makes me nervous to take stuff down there, to be stuck down there, 7 feet of snow, and service is iffy. I tried posting up a video on YouTube just as a test, a short, and I lit it up Friday, uh, put upload, and it didn't go through until I got back here Sunday night into town is when it actually uploaded. So there looks like my one option is Starlink. Needless to say, long story short, I'm going to start doing this. And I'm going to show you our little pennies. I'm going to show you our little penny move. I'm going to show you everything that we got going on here. And I'd like people to join in. If you see something, let me know. I did buy a whole bunch of silver. I bought rolls off of eBay. The Enders are 1863, Flying Cent, Indians. I imagine two of the pennies are going to be old. You might have 40s and 50s in between. I hope not, because I paid between $30 and $75 a roll. But what I want to do, I was going to just bust them open and see what we had. I think what I'm going to do is the stuff I've been buying, I'm going to start doing giveaways. I got the 1787 Fugio, 1794 Head of 95 Liberty Cap. I couldn't afford a 93 at this time in decent condition. It's a pretty expensive penny, but it is my goal to get that first penny, second penny, third penny, fourth penny. I got a bunch of coronets. I got matron heads. I got large cents, but the ultimate goal is to have from A to Z on a penny collection. And then what would be most interesting is to have A to Z on all these different DDOs, DDRs. Um, I'm hyped up to see what I'll find. I know this was done. A million pennies was gone through by a husband and wife in 1958, looking for the 1955 double die, and they didn't succeed. The 55 double die, if I were to find one, I would imagine be counterfeit. There's a lot of counterfeits that I could run into here. At the same time, that's interesting just to see what's out there. I think fingers crossed for a mule. I'd love to find a muled scent. That I think that would be the awesome, coolest thing ever. Anyways, I'm going to shoot this up just like it is. I'm doing my best to just do it. And like Sean says, just hit record, just do it. Your first few videos may suck, and I already feel the errors coming on. But let's see what we got. And I thank you for joining me. Hopefully you like and enjoy what we're doing. This is a 1 in a million. I'm going to go through 1 million, not beyond. I'm going to go through the 1 million, and at a million, I'm going to see what the best coin, even viewers' choice, best coin, not necessarily most valuable. Maybe we'll do the most valuable, the best, the neatest, the most interesting find in a million pennies, going through 400 boxes. And I even thought about, well, what if I pop open a box like 2025? So everybody's after 2025. But let's just say I pop open a box of the same mint. Should I put that aside the same year, or should I just go through them? I'm debating on what to do there. That's kind of why I'm going heavy with the sin here. Maybe I'll put the box aside. and just go through a million knowing I have these are all 2018s, blah blah blah, whatever they are, you know. But we'll figure it out as we go along. But hopefully I get better with this as we go along also. And hope you enjoy the ride. Thanks for watching. So here we are. Here's the pennies we got to move. And we are just going to do it. I am just going to do it. We're going to get some help. I have plenty, like 1.2, right around 1.2 million. And I'm still getting more on an order. Like we said before, these all came through in February. We started collecting them, started going through multiple banks. And in one of my platforms, someone asked me, they're all empty. And I do right on the bottoms of every one of them where they come from. You know, I kind of give it a whirl. And guaranteed we have a lot of nice ones in there. So just wanted to give you a quick little look at what we're going to be moving. And it will be soon enough. I just wanted to get this thing here going, man. So y'all see what's going on. Like I said, if they're not written on, we had a card put in them as to where they came from. In the beginning, probably the first 100,000 miscellaneous weren't all written on. Besides that, the remaining are dates, location, and who picked them up, me or my two other buddies. So that's kind of what I did there. And got a lot of moving to do. Got to build another one of these down in the basement there. I'm going to show you that and set it up, move everything from here down to there, and then I'll take this down to my property and have a rack, man. All right, man, let's do this. Okay, we're down to my rental. This is where I'm going to be doing the coin hunt. Now, don't judge me. I only stay here every once in a while. I stay until with my woman. But this is going to be where I put everything. I'm going to put the rack right here. So I'll have 400 boxes right here. I'll move the bed, move it over here. Over here against this, I'm going to have to build something because we have a fireplace set up right here. So I'll have to build a custom bed frame. Over here's where I'll do the penny searching. You know, I got my books. As you can see, I've been dragging pennies here. I've been dragging pennies. I got pennies at two of my friends' house. I got over 1 million pennies in the storage unit. And I have quite the little mess here to take care of. So, but this is where we're at. This is the real world. This is what we're looking at. Now take a walk with me upstairs. My rack up in the storage unit is bowing. So I got some plywood. I got a new rack. I'll put them slats. I'll haul 100,000 pennies at a time with the Hummer. How I figure I'll do it. My truck's in the shop, getting a new frame put on it. There's a new rack. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that little trip around what's going on here. Like old Sean says on Think Media, and I'm grateful for him, is just hit record, just do it. That's what I'm doing. If you like it. Hope you enjoy this entire stay here. I'll do my best to get this done because the work has just begun.